Fans are actually the worst people to deal with.
because they remember the times where you were winning.
We the fans, we are the worst people to
Yeah.
deal with. We don't remember the good times. We just remember now.
A new Premier League season has started, and some coaches have not started the season well. 4 games in, and some teams are struggling to get wins. What's going on? What's going on? Are coaches going to get sacked in this December?
A
Oh,
lot. A lot to be
I
a
feel
lot to
like
be this December. The ones that we don't even expect will be fired by this December.
things are
Honestly.
happening in the Premier League. So much
Yeah.
pressure. I don't understand. Like, what's going
It,
on?
it's
Anyways,
just it's just how the game is now, right?
it's so competitive these days, and we have today on our podcast we're spotlighting 5 coaches. Five coaches in the Premier League so far that have been struggling to get things ahead. I'm
Yeah.
Kingsley, and I'm with Andy. Andy, what do you think about these 5 coaches?
Yeah. It's the thing I'll say is that people will say, "Oh, is it not too early for you to be talking about coaches being sacked?"
Yeah.
But De Rossi was sacked this week.
Wow.
So what do we have to say? Roma sacked De Rossi this week after 3 games or 4 games, and
People
yeah,
want
so we have
results.
to. That's it. If you don't, the game is all about results.
Yeah.
Nobody remembers what you did yesterday. It's
Nobody
all
cares
about
about that.
today.
Nobody
Fans
cares
even
about that.
forget. Fans are actually the worst people to deal with.
Because they remember the times where you were winning.
We the fans, we are the worst people to
Yeah.
deal with. We don't remember the good times. We just remember now. Oh,
Yeah.
he's not playing well. He's not giving us 7 losses in this. Handball
Es-
is a scam. Sean
yeah.
Dykes is no good.
Especially when you're a team that has been winning in the past,
Yeah,
having
yeah,
a
yeah,
coach come in and
yeah,
bring that win
yeah,
ratio
yeah,
affects you a lot, and fans
yeah.
will always complain about that. So
That's it.
you
Like,
can never satisfy them.
so on the list you have Postacoglu, Sean Dykes,
Gary O'Neill.
Gary Neal, Ten Hag, obviously, and Russell Martin, right?
Yeah,
Wow, this list is
it's
really,
crazy because
yeah.
Postecoglou, when he came into when
But
he
why
came
but why
into the
why
league,
why did Postecoglou make this list? Why do you think he made this list? I'm just curious.
that's
Like,
where I'm even heading. Postecoglou, when he came into this league, was
yeah,
a promising coach that was coming to do things. Everybody by October he was like manager of the month, right?
he
Last
won
season,
like nine
one
nine games or 8 games.
people are like, wait,
Like Angeball.
Tottenham is they're now title contenders.
They were singing
Tottenham
his praise. All hail Angeball. All hail Angeball. And what happened after? He lost
problems
to
upon
Chelsea.
problems upon problems
He
upon
lost to
problems upon
Chelsea
problems.
and he was,
But do you know what my problem is? My problem is
yeah,
this. Last season, he said
yeah,
injuries. Oh, Madison was out. This
yeah.
person was
But he
out.
had he had he had injuries.
Bissouma
You
was
can't
out.
really blame him, right?
No, last season he had injuries.
Yeah, yeah,
What
yeah.
is the excuse now? Those people are back. What's the
Um,
excuse?
I don't know. Like, I just think I don't know. I don't want to side with the people that say handball is a scam in the
Why?
sense that he's been found out. Come on, this is the Premier League. It is not a old school league or schoolboys league where you come and keep high line. You keep your defenders three. Yes, you keep your defenders just few meters from the halfway line. Your
Yeah.
two center backs
Mm-hmm.
halfway line.
Yeah.
And if you play, let's say you play, okay, let's look at the Arsenal game. You
Okay.
played Arsenal, you kept Romero and the other guy that is a speedster just some
Yeah.
few meters from the halfway line.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, Arsenal will squeeze up a bit.
Yeah. Though. Yeah.
They will
Obviously.
not. They are not going to squeeze up to the halfway line. Obviously, Arteta is not stupid, but he will squeeze up to half of his half. That's what he will do.
Yes. Yes.
And how do you like? I don't get it. How do you play through that
Yeah.
tiny space? Like, I don't get.
Because
How
Arsenal,
do
they are
you?
very compact.
Yes,
They are
they
very
are the
compact and
most
structured.
difficult
Very
people to
difficult
break.
to get through.
Yes,
Very,
so
very
how do
difficult.
you play through them? If it's
Hmm.
Man City you were playing now, two of you
Yeah.
can press up together and form one straight line. Nobody cares. Many people can be dropping balls at the back. You get, but not
But
us now. Come on. What I
it,
expected from
my.
from him, the problem I have with him, which might
Mhm.
be his downfall, he might be able to change this, but sometimes you need to be flexible. When you need
Yes.
to drop those two center backs
Yes.
back to create a bit of space to allow the opposition come so you can play your ball, do it.
But okay,
Do it.
I have a different take. Let
Yeah.
me tell you my take. My
Yeah.
take is I just think Postecoglou's tactics is good, but he does not have the right players. If if Tottenham players were not as average, right?
Yeah,
Were not
yeah,
as average. I think Postecoglou would be a very dangerous coach. Take
yeah.
Postecoglou and put him in a team like Real Madrid. Take
Oh,
Postecoglou and put
he
him in that
might
type
do
of team.
better.
He
Might do
might do
better.
better than what
Yeah,
he's doing
yeah,
now, right?
yeah,
The high line is not the problem. I think,
yeah.
I mean, Klopp plays
Their
with the high
keeper is
line.
terrible with set
Yeah,
piece.
Vicario is
Yeah.
not.
He
Vicario is
can't
a second choice
he
keeper.
can't catch a corner to save anyone's life.
Vicario is a second choice keeper. He's not a first choice keeper.
Yeah, yeah.
Tottenham did not replace that
Hugo
Igor
Loris.
Lloris.
Yeah,
He did not replace that need for that coach. So
yeah,
I
yeah.
just personally think that, maybe his tactics, he just doesn't fit the players, and he might
And
need to
like touching on
change
what
it.
you just said,
Mm-hmm.
you actually I side a bit
Mm-hmm.
half, not fully with what you said, but a bit in the sense that no, in the
Yeah.
sense that you have a goalkeeper that doesn't know how to catch corners. He's
Yeah.
always flapping. Any corner Tottenham takes, you see the fear in all the players. They are all scared
Yes.
to death, right?
Because he's very small too.
Apart
Like.
from that, they are playing good football. The
Mhm.
wide men are letting them down. Brendan Johnson and Son are letting them down. Now you've bought a goal machine from Bournemouth,
Where
right?
is he not
Solanke.
scoring?
They've not even gotten the guy running. Like they've not. You, I was expecting that the wide men would do some magic. The guy, people sitting in 10, Madison, or there's
Yeah.
another guy, Kuliseski or so.
Yeah.
You do
Kulusevski.
some
Yeah.
things. Let the guy start to cook. This one, they've not
Yeah.
even lit. They've not even lit the fire. They've not on the electric stove. Nothing. It's more like they're still washing. I don't know what they are doing right now. They're still deciding on what to cook.
Tottenham don't have the players. They don't have the
So
players. They
yeah,
don't have the
and
players.
but so from what you said, players are failing him.
Too much.
Tactics, me, I feel
Mm-hmm.
tactics are failing him, especially in this league. You can there's in the sense that some games you can play that high line, and but when you come with the big boys, right, you can even actually play the high line with Man City and it might work. Because Man City too might play the high line, but the thing with Guardiola now is that he's the most flexible coach now. You see,
He can
sticking to
come
that,
at you from different angles.
it
And
changes
it's this.
now. Guardiola, no, an example is Guardiola was never, he never liked long balls
Yeah.
because he wants to be in control. He wants to
Possession
do
ball.
pass to feet. But now, if they see they can't go through, long ball straight to Haaland. That's how
Yeah.
they want Brentford. Long ball straight to the winger, to Doku. Long
Yeah.
ball straight to Foden.
Use the
And
wingers
they
to
are going.
frustrate you.
Use the wing
Yeah.
straight to your striker. Forget about everybody in the middle of the park. Go straight.
Yeah. I don't want to deviate too much, but did you watch the Inter Milan game? Man City Inter
It was
Milan.
so bad, man. It was so the quality was so. Oh. Don't get me started on Champions League now. I felt like he was reserving his energy for Arteta, but the game was bad. I felt like, what the heck am I watching?
People say it was a tactical masterclass.
Ah,
They
it
were,
was
we're
not. It
watching
was
football
not good in
chess.
the sense that it
We're
was just.
watching football
It
chess.
was just cagey. They were just going like this.
Is it
This one
that's
was.
it? Tactical masterclass. You move, I move. You move, I move.
It was just. But it shows. Those. You see, that's the thing now. Postecoglou is not at that level.
Yes.
Sorry to say,
Yes.
tactically, he's not at
Yes.
that level. I like his ideology. He needs the right players to implement it. Right?
The
So
tactics is
that's it.
overall is not
Yeah,
bad.
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
think the
yeah,
tactics itself is bad. Yes, you can say
yeah,
it's not on Pep's level. Pep is goated, but
yeah.
then the Postecoglou's tactics just don't blend with this technique of or these specific players, and this is what is really hurting him.
But
Hopefully,
what's
he'll be able
what's
to
your
bounce back.
what's your opinion now on fans are getting angry online, like Posto, no clue, he's a fraud, he's this, like sports fans are like, I just feel like they are really abusing Brendan Johnson. He had to delete his social media account. Like,
Je-
I don't know. What's your take on sport? Are they overreacting? Sort
I
of,
okay.
considering
Based
their form.
considering their
Yeah,
form.
yeah,
Normally, we're not supposed to be a team of 1 to 6. They should
yeah,
finish top
yeah,
6. You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
so bringing a coach like Postecoglou, saying, "Okay, Postecoglou comes to this team, come and do your magic," and he came with that much energy and did
mm.
those many
He came
things.
with Australian
I
energy
felt like he made them taste what they were not supposed to taste
early.
too early. It's better
So
to
he should have
in this
started with some
in this type
losses.
of situations. It's better to be a Ten Hag than a
Ah,
Postecoglou. Come in and be like, okay, when Ten Hag came to Manchester United, lost
Expectations were
some
low.
games, expectations
Yeah,
were low, but still won the
yeah,
trophy.
yeah.
So Postecoglou should have just come in. Don't do too much. Don't do too many fancy things. Just win a trophy, win a Carabao, win something small, so they
Mm,
can still have that backing behind you. But now he just showed, he made them taste what they could achieve in a few months,
mm.
and now they've spent the rest of the time suffering, right, and
Suffering.
hoping.
Yeah,
So I can see where the fans are coming from. Although I still feel like give it time. The
yeah,
tactics is not all the way bad. The
yeah,
players just don't fit the tactics now.
yeah,
So give it time or tweak the tactics a little bit to fit the players.
yeah,
And but as always, like people always attacking players online. I don't
yeah,
think
yeah,
that's
yeah.
cool. So
That's
the old
cool. Yeah.
Brennan Johnson thing is messed up.
But what's their form? I think they've lost five in the last 9 Premier League games. Like, I don't know if that's,
Tottenham.
yeah. Some fans are like, "Oh, this relegation form." I'm like, bro, calm, calm down. They won Coventry, but you say they were lucky. They equalized 88 minutes and scored. Calm down. There's clearly a problem there in the sense that the form started from last season. Is
Yes.
bad from. I think if they give him time and they are patient, he should be
Yes.
safe. I think he'll be safe by December. I think so.
Yeah. I
I
think
think
for I
he'll be
think
safe.
for
He's
I think
good
for
enough to be safe.
Postecoglou,
Yeah,
yes, I think for Postecoglou, there's so much quality that I don't
yeah,
see him being sacked by December. I think it would be a
yeah.
wrong decision to make. Just give
So
him time. Let's talk
yeah.
about the next coach. Let's talk about Sean Dyche.
So why did he make this list? I'm just wondering.
Everton. I've been saying it. This season is Everton's season to be relegated.
Relegated, yeah.
I've been
Let's see
saying
their
it.
form. Let's see their form. So maybe you can
Sean
spark some.
Sean Dyche is just one manager that you think that yes, he's going to cook. He just
Mm.
ends up disappointing you.
No, but
But
to be fair on Sean Dykes, mm, you have this issue of they have to sell players, they have to sell players, they have to sell players to
yeah,
balance the books. I think Sean Dykes is now a victim of that
you
in the
think the
sense
lack
that
of players is causing this?
yes, they sold Onana in the middle of the park. Come on.
That cannot be the only reason why they are losing games.
Okay,
Only
okay.
because
You said it's not the only reason, right?
Mhm.
The last two games, they've scored 2-0,
Yes,
right? But they
yes.
cannot hold on to the lead. What does that tell you? In the middle of the park, what do you think is happening?
But it cannot just be so you're blaming just one loss of a CDM. One CDM loss is the reason why you're conceding that many goals. I don't agree with that. I'm sorry. I would say your defenders are just not good enough. Right? Your defenders are not good enough. And we can even compare their performance to last season, Everton.
Yeah,
Everton, they
yeah.
were still losing this way. They were still
But
losing. They were winning some when they first started the season. They
but
were
their
winning
last
some
five
games,
games was
but they
not
were
that
not
bad,
doing. They were
right?
not doing equally great either. They were not
But
doing.
he got some wins. He got like maybe two wins and a draw, and two losses last season. No, 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 no. He got only one loss. Let's see the league form, like in the last nine games.
In the last
Just
nine
to spark
games.
just to spark my memory. Okay, so five losses. So he only lost one game last season, towards the last 5 games of last season, right? So
Yeah.
this bad form clearly started this season after they've sold some players. But I just feel, looking at it this way, they had a bad patch. They brought in some psychologists. I don't know if you heard the story where the psychologist said he had to change from wearing his suits or something, his normal traditional corporate wear that Sean Dykes by,
Yeah.
and he went to wearing track suits.
Yeah.
And that's the results changed. They say
Okay.
because it was a mental stuff. Now I don't know. The few games I've watched, he's worn that his same corporate. I don't know if he should just change his.
I didn't see where you were going.
I think Sean Dyche should just change his tracks to let so that they
Yeah,
can
they
be
can get
safe.
wins.
Oh, be safe.
That,
So,
that was good. That was good. I didn't see where you were going with that. No, it's true. It's true. It's true. But
but
my beliefs are still my beliefs about Sean Dyche. I
you
don't
think he'll
think
be
he's.
sacked?
I think if for Everton to stay in this league, maybe
Yeah.
he might be sacked by December. I
So
maybe
you
he
feel
might
if
be.
he stays, they'll be relegated.
I feel if he stays, they'll be relegated. That's my opinion. That's my opinion on that. That's generally just what I think about
I've
it.
Everton. I actually tipped Everton to be relegated. I'll be honest with you. So nothing new with this.
Was this based on the fact that they were selling players, or it's just
My own
in
fact was
general?
based on they were selling players. They don't look
Okay.
serious. At the top,
Mm.
they've been fighting on ownership. The owner wants to sell today, he doesn't want to sell. So I just feel
Are they
they're
not
not
getting a 10 points
and
deduction? They are getting a 10-point deduction, right?
again this season. I'm
Or
not sure
people
of
are
that.
okay, maybe I see those comments online like
Okay.
Everton 10 points deduction. I don't know if they're
Oh.
getting like that 10. Maybe
So
people are
that's
just
it.
getting
I'm not for Everton.
Mhm.
I think I'm undecided.
Okay.
I'm undecided on Everton. So
Okay, let's move to
but
let's
I
move
think they'll
to
be relegated. So maybe, yeah, maybe they might. I'm undecided on Everton.
Gary
But
O'Neill is
why did Gary Neal make this list? I'm
Gary
just
O'Neill is on
wondering.
this list.
But
Actually,
I was, yeah,
I'm really disappointed to see Gary O'Neill on this list, to be honest, because we
yeah.
know like Wolves,
I
Wolves
love
at home.
Gary Neal.
Wolves at home is a very
Oh,
tough game for
they cook.
teams,
They cook
right?
good food. Yeah,
And they really had last season. They really had some good games, some really great gameplay.
yeah,
Neto, we saw Neto cook last season.
yeah,
We
yeah,
saw
yeah.
Chan and Wangi Chan do his
Doing
thing
his
last
thing.
season.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know if that
E-
loss of
Even
Neto, I don't know.
but
I don't
but
know.
to be fair on Gary O'Neill, I
Mhm.
feel Gary O'Neill's case is a case of selling players.
But how many players did they sell? Like
They
the
sold
Wolves sell?
Neto and they sold one of their key defenders.
Neto and who
I've
else?
forgotten the player in defense that their main defender is who
They
they
sold him.
sold. And their main, obviously, Neto came in and provided some assists. He's always injury prone, but the
Yeah.
games he played,
The games he
he,
played,
he
he really
practically won
performed.
all those games,
He really really performed.
right?
But
So,
but that's the thing. Wolves, the quality of players is just not giving too. Like you can look at all of them and you're seeing a bunch of like average players.
yeah,
You know, good
but
players.
the thing is that they were average. Gary O'Neill packaged them up. They
Mhm.
needed addition
Yeah,
to what they had, not to sell. Do you
that's the
see?
thing.
They
Yeah,
now
that's the
sold,
thing.
so that weakened them. So now he started the season without a win this season. He's only gotten one draw,
It's really bad. The
right?
yeah, it's really really bad.
And
Really
they're
bad
out
stuff.
of the Carling Cup. Lost to Chelsea, lost to Arsenal. The only
And
draw
the
is against
loss to
Nottingham Forest.
Chelsea, is quite
Was
embarrassing.
bad.
Like
Was
that's
bad.
an
Yeah.
embarrassing loss to lose
He
by
showed
that.
the hole in the
It's crazy.
defense. He showed the hole in their defense, right?
But do you
So
think they should sack him by December? That's the question. Do you think they should sack him? Give him more time. I
uh
think give him more time. I
I
think give
think
him more
I
time
think it's two ways in the sense that the Wolves themselves have not given Gary O'Neill the right tools. The whole
to
league,
do. Yeah,
everybody in the league can say, "Oh, Gary O'Neill needed more players." Like people, it started turning to like he was begging publicly, "Please help,
get me more
please,
players.
please, I need more players." I need, but at
Let
the
me
end
give.
of the
Mhm.
but at the end of the day, you're an average team. You sold your best players. You drop below,
Let
right?
me
So
give you my controversial take on Gary O'Neill. My
yeah,
controversial take is Gary O'Neill in Bournemouth would be cooking
more than
more than what we are seeing from Bournemouth right now.
you think so.
I think so.
Bournemouth have really good players.
Yes,
They have really good.
We talked
Yeah,
about players at Wolves, and I told you that the
yeah,
quality of players
yeah,
at Wolves are lacking. But
yeah,
Gary O'Neill at Bournemouth, I think they will
yeah,
be cooking. I think
yeah.
they'll
They
be
would.
doing
Yeah,
things.
yeah, yeah. But my gut feeling is that he might be sacked.
I don't think so. But let's see,
He,
let's see, let's
he
see.
might be sacked. But I put him for the sack. Ten Hag, our man Ten Hag.
I don't think Ten Hag will be sacked.
Why?
I don't. It's so obvious because I mean
He's a
the
trophy coach.
Ineos has
Is it
backed
because he's
him.
a trophy coach, or is the second
The-
best team in the league after Man City, most trophies? That's what he said. He said he's the one that has won the most trophies after Man City since he
He's
came.
always, he's always in life. It's always good to be delusional, right? If you believe, you can always achieve, and that is Ten Hag. He believes in himself, so I give it to him. But let me tell you,
It is
let
bowed
me tell
head.
you
He
something.
believes in
This
himself
this man is not going to get sacked this season. The
because
backing
he's
is
Harry
getting,
Potter, right?
the backing is getting, and this guy, like we've said before, he's like a cat with nine lives. He
Yeah,
always has something in the bag that you bring up and do. So I
yeah.
think him, he's safe, man. There's no need to dive too deep into Ten Hag, man.
I think if Ten Hag, if he doesn't put in a good run of
Yeah.
right, it depends on how patient Ineos is.
Mm.
Regardless of the trophies, they
Yeah.
might let him go. Might.
But
But
looking at
I'll
the
keep him
start,
to stay.
yeah,
I'll keep Ten Hag to stay.
looking
Do
at
you
their
get what?
start this season, Manchester
Yeah.
United, you know, 3-0, they beat Southampton. They
Mm,
lost to Liverpool,
yeah.
they lost to Brighton, but they
Yeah.
won Fulham. So it's almost like it's not enough to tell that it's that much of a bad. I mean, for Manchester United as a team, it's a
Yeah.
bad start because they have high expectations. But
Yeah.
still, it's not enough to tell you that this season is going to be a good or bad season for
Bad
them,
season. You can't
right?
really
It's
tell.
still
And
too
he could
early
put
to
in a
say.
run of games.
Exactly, right? So I think Ten Hag is going to be saved by December. Like that's
Yeah.
that's my take on that. But let's dive into the last coach we have on this list. Russell Martin,
Southampton.
Southampton. It's great to see Southampton back in the league, though. It's actually nice to see them back.
It's also great to see
I
them
miss
go.
them.
They will go back where they came from. Go back to saying that they are going back.
I miss them. No, I miss them. It's good to see them back. But what do you
Four
think?
losses in four. That's relegation form. He's going to be sacked by December. I'm 100% sure. You
Oh
know
my
why I say he's
god.
going to be sacked? The
Why?
issue I have is that except this, their board is like the Burnley board where they don't care.
Like what they did for
For
Vincent
company
Company.
where they back him, and this guy is playing the same pattern as company in the sense that they want to play out of the back.
Everybody's trying to be Pep Guardiola.
If you put up his stats, you know the funny thing is that his losses has not really been terrible. He lost 1-0 to Newcastle. He lost 1-0 to Southampton. He lost 3-1 to Brentford. He lost three. If you check all those games, most of it, they had like the errors they've had in those games are up to like maybe
Really,
seven or
really,
eight errors.
really, really bad.
Especially
Really
the one of
poor.
Brentford. Like
Really poor.
they practically just gave Brentford that game. Manchester United, they had a penalty, which if they had converted,
Could have helped them.
but obviously the man with 9 lives might have done something from the bench. Nobody will come on to save him. So you
Yeah.
can't really say the Man U still have won that game.
But we're talking about coaches being sacked by December, right?
Yeah.
But Southampton, do they really care? You raised this opinion of like Vincent
I
Company,
think they
the
will
bad
care,
Vincent
they will
Company.
sack him. If you check the way the owners behave in Southampton, they are this kind of club that's saying, oh, we're buying young players, we're building something. That's the mentality they have.
Are you associating them to like a Brighton? Like this is
That's
like
how
how
they
Brighton,
that's how they've always operated technically,
yeah,
right? And they had a very Hassan Hotu, their
yeah,
coach for so many years that he kept keeping them in the Premier League, like
yeah,
nearly,
yeah.
nearly. Then they now sacked him all of a sudden. I'm like, why do you sack this guy? And
Mm.
immediately they sacked him. Usually
It
that guy,
started
the
going
first half
down.
of the season, he plays badly, and after that, he picks up.
Yeah.
But they just sacked him and they got relegated. So I don't know. They might end up sacking this guy when they become desperate.
To
If you
stay,
notice, yes, if you notice, all the teams that always, if they stay around 1920 till after like 10, 15 games, the
they get a
pressure
new,
starts,
yeah,
the
they need
pressure
that
starts
new
mounting.
manager bounce to
Yes,
give
they will
them
now
some
try to
wins.
sack, to bring
Yeah,
a new manager to see if they can have a new manager bounce, if they can even get 4, 5 wins, right?
yeah,
But
that would definitely help. Like
he's going to be
I
sacked.
was going to say like is a very good example of what you just said was like Nottingham Forest and Espirito Santo.
Yeah.
When they notice that man Steve Cooper is not going to take us there and we're not about to leave this league.
We die
Like,
here.
no, please,
Cooper,
we want to stay
bye
in this league. Cooper, pack your bags.
and
Your
go.
days are
Yeah,
numbered. And they
yeah,
brought in Espirito Santo, which I mean, he won my team. He won Liverpool, which is
yeah,
quite surprising. Like he's
yeah,
actually doing very well.
yeah.
Wow, that's interesting. Any final thoughts?
Final thought is Russell Martin is going to be sacked.
Okay,
Ten Hag, if he doesn't pull out something magical or use his Harry Potter hat, is
okay,
going to be sacked.
okay.
Gary O'Neill, Everton, I'm not really sure on Everton. Postecoglou will be safe. And Gary O'Neill will be safe.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah,
Anyways, final thoughts from my side. I
yeah,
think Postecoglou just needs more time.
yeah,
I don't think he'll get sacked.
yeah,
Ten Hag, I don't think Ten Hag will get sacked either.
yeah,
Sean Dyche, I think Sean Dyche might get sacked, but
yeah,
that would depend on I think that would depend on how the rest of the games go
Go.
because he
Yeah.
has been getting some scoring some goals, but not just winning the games, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
For Gary O'Neill, I don't think Gary O'Neill gets sacked. I don't think so. For Russell Martin, I don't know. I'm just undecided about that. I'm undecided about that. Let's see what happens. For me, I would say he might not get sacked, but let's see what happens. Let's see what this might be a Vincent Company type of situation. But
Yeah.
hey, thank you guys for watching another
Thanks for
episode of
watching.
Football
Yeah.
Kings. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on the post notifications bell so you don't miss when we post a
Anything.
new
Yeah. Yeah.
video.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you
Thank you very
guys.
much.
See you in the next
Bye.
episode. Bye.